Lady Gaga's artistry has always been a kaleidoscope of vulnerability and virtuosity, a raw alchemy that transmutes personal torment into universal anthems, but her latest disclosures peel back even deeper strata of the soul. In a sprawling Rolling Stone profile, the 39-year-old chameleon reveals she filmed the transformative A Star Is Born while medicated on lithium, a mood stabilizer often linked to managing bipolar swings, a detail she shares without formal diagnosis, framing it as one thread in her tapestry of mental health battles. Released in October 2018, the film, where she embodied the rising star ally opposite Bradley Cooper's fading rocker, propelled her to an Oscar for Shallow, yet behind the acclaim lurked a fragility she masked with method immersion. Fresh off the heels of her Joanne tour, which spanned from August 2017 to February 2018, Gaga unraveled in a psychotic break so profound it forced her to halt performances and seek psychiatric hospitalization. "There was one day my sister said, 'I don't see my sister anymore,'" she recounts, the memory a haunting echo of disconnection that shattered her. That tour, a whirlwind of sold-out arenas and chromatic costumes, masked a descent into despair. Lithium coursed through her veins during A Star Is Born shoots, steadying the tremors as she poured lived pain into Ally's arc of addiction and ascent. But the adrenaline crash post-filming ignited a storm. Days blurred into nights of isolation, where the boundary between character and self dissolved. Gaga describes the break as a freefall. "I couldn't do anything. I completely crashed," a terror that left her doubting recovery's possibility. "I feel really lucky to be alive," she confesses, her words a sobering nod to the statistics of artists lost to unseen wars. The hospitalization became a pivot, a forced sabbatical where white walls and whispered therapies rebuilt the scaffolding of her psyche. Emerging, she vowed reinvention, channeling the abyss into Chromatica, her 2020 album of dance floor catharsis, though its healing themes belied her ongoing skirmishes with substances. Enter Michael Polansky, her fiancé since 2019, a Harvard-bred tech visionary whose quiet strength became her anchor. They met amid the album's final throes, when Gaga's porch days dissolved into a haze of three-pack-a-day smokes, wheat clouds and wine-fueled blackouts, a far cry from the empowered icon she projected. "I was smoking 3 packs of cigarettes sitting on the porch all day," she admits, prepping for press that touted triumph while inwardly fraying. Polansky saw through the facade. "I'd never met somebody so incredibly talented and gifted feel so disempowered." His perspective reframed her chaos, not as failure but as a call to reclaim agency. Where past loves fed her trauma, his was stewardship, treating her life as sacred, not spectacle. "He wanted to take care of me and I've never been loved that way," Gaga marvels, crediting him with illuminating her worth beyond the stage lights. The COVID-19 pandemic, derailing Chromatica promotions, amplified this introspection. Quarantined, she confronted the dissonance, preaching resilience while wrestling relapse. Polansky's role evolved into partnership. Late-night strategy sessions on philanthropy via his House Labs ties, mornings of unhurried breakfasts where vulnerabilities aired like laundry. Today, Gaga claims wholeness, a healthy, whole person, bolstered by therapy, mindfulness, and a fierce advocacy for mental health. Her Born This Way Foundation expands, funding crisis lines and youth programs, while performances pulse with authenticity, scars woven into sequins. The psychotic break, once a specter, now informs her empathy. She knows the precipice, the plummet, the painstaking climb. Gaga's candor demystifies stardom's underbelly, where applause drowns whispers of woe. From fibromyalgia flares that sideline tours to the relational whiplash of fame, she's alchemized adversity into art. Lithium's legacy lingers as a tool, not tether. The break, a brutal baptism into boundaries. With Polansky, she forges a future of mutuality, joint ventures in biotech, dreams of family amid her empire. Her story isn't linear triumph but mosaic resilience. Crashes yield crescendos, darkness births dawn. In sharing, she extends grace, to fans fracturing, to fellow fighters, reminding that healing's melody plays on, note by imperfect note.